Well, someone's certainly in a mood today. Oh, come on, don't give me that look. What's the matter? Didn't get paired up with your best friend for this assignment? I realize I'm not necessarily everyone's cup of tea, but you don't have to be so rude. Fine. We can skip the so-called pleasantries and move on to working on the assignment. Now, you and I have been assigned the history of the walls. Not really interesting, since no one really knows anything about the walls. No one even knows how the hell we managed to build them when there were titans surrounding us and trying to eat us at every turn. However, since there's so little information about them, the good news is this should be a fairly easy assignment. So, do you want to handle history of the first 50 years or the most recent 50 years? Alright, I just need to ask this one more time. What the hell is your problem? You keep snapping at me and glaring at me. What the hell is that all about? Yes, I believe I just asked you what your problem is. So I would assume that means that I want to know what your problem is. Are you kidding me? I'm your problem? I understand that you're only stuck with me because no one else wanted to work with you on account of this attitude, and I'm not allowed to partner up with Krista anymore because I've done that one too many times, but you need to seriously lay off. I have tried to be pleasant. I have tried to joke around about whatever has got you in such a mood. However, you seem to not want to have any of it. You just want to bitch and moan about this arrangement. And I know that you might not believe it, but I am actually smart enough to know that I deserve better than this. So if you want to keep complaining, then go ahead. But you're going to be stuck doing this assignment on your own because I'd rather work on the assignment by myself than work with this. That's more like it. Now, do you want history of the first 50 years of the walls or the most recent 50 years? There you go. Was that really so difficult? Good. Now, I did manage to get my hands on a few library books that should help us. These two should be good for your half of the assignment, and these three are for mine. Oh yes, I went to a lot of trouble to get these books. I had to actually go in, find them, and then ask if I could check them out. Such a difficult day. Well, would you look at that? The gloomy creature can actually smile. Isn't that shocking? Relax. This is how I am with everyone. You ought to know that. I don't try to hide it. Well, I guess it is true that I do tend to tone down this side of myself just a little bit when I'm around Krista. But with everyone else, I'm exactly the same. Why should you be any different? Why do you want to know? If I recall, you said you wanted to skip the pleasantries and just move on with the assignment. Why do you care so much for small talk now? Just trying to make it up to me? You really don't need to do that. Believe me, I'd much rather focus on the assignment, just like you. Oh? There's another reason, is there? And what might that be? Personal curiosity? Why does it matter to you why I behave in this way around Krista? All right. Since you find it so unusual that I can be nice occasionally, I'll tell you. I happen to like Krista very much. In fact, I often tell her that after graduation we need to get married. Unfortunately for me, she doesn't realize that I am completely serious about that. And any attempt I make to flirt with her, compliment her, or even ask her out, she just... I don't know if she thinks that I'm joking or if she just doesn't understand romantic affairs at all, but she completely ignores what I say to her. Yes, actually. This might surprise you, but I do have a brain, and that thought definitely crossed my mind in the beginning. However, I soon came to realize that she isn't exactly blunt, but she is honest when she's expressing disinterest in someone. For example, when I tried to pound Reiner to a pulp because he was flirting with her, rather inappropriately, I might add, she told me to calm down, and then she very sweetly told him that she wasn't interested in going out with him. She sugarcoats things, and she is certainly overly sweet. However, she is honest. She would have told me if she wasn't interested. Which, that also leaves me to wonder if she thinks that I am joking when I make advances, because she understands when Reiner is flirting with her, yet she ignores me when I do. Indeed, it is certainly a very confusing and mildly infuriating situation. However, that doesn't stop me from loving her. You are just asking all of the personal questions today, aren't you? I guess I love her because she's so... I don't even know how to describe it. She's so strong, honestly. Well, she told me that she had a rough life growing up. She said that it was extremely difficult in her household. Yet nowadays, we see her and we wouldn't think anything about that. We see her and we imagine that she flew down from the sky as an angel here to spread kindness and love. I don't know how her heart survived whatever she went through, but it did, and honestly, that astonishes me. And I would certainly be lying if I said that I wasn't a little jealous of that. Yes, actually. I had a rather difficult life too. It isn't something I ever want to talk about, especially not with you. But I do wish that it hadn't left me the way that I am, if you catch my meaning. Yes, I would say that I am attracted to kindness and compassion. Why do you... You've been gripping that book awfully tight. You've been shaking as well. And all of this started around the time I started saying that I'm in love with Krista. That aggressiveness before, that grouchy attitude, I would know it anywhere. You were trying to mirror me, weren't you? Oh, I don't think so. Don't you dare try to change the subject now that you've suddenly become so interesting. You were trying to mirror me. And then you started asking all of those questions about Krista. You started getting angry when I was talking about what I like about her. And then you asked me what exactly I like about her. And you asked for confirmation when you assumed that I liked her because she's compassionate and kind. Don't look away from me. I know a liar when I see one, and I certainly know a person who's trying to hide their emotions with aggressiveness when I see one. I happen to be someone rather similar to those people, so I certainly recognize one when they are sitting right in front of me. Now, this could go one of two ways. One, you were asking about Krista because you see me as a threat. You realize that I'm attracted to her, and you realize that she spends a lot of time with me, so you were trying to mirror me in the hopes of gaining her attention. And you got angry when I kept saying nice things about her, because you're jealous. Or, you started getting angry when I was talking about her, because you're jealous of Krista herself. You're jealous because she has my attention, and you don't. Either way, I know that you like one of us. You're attracted to one of us, and you're hiding it. Trying to, at least. And if I were a different person, I would say you were trying and succeeding. However, I'm not a different person, and you're not succeeding. Oh, really? You think that what I'm saying is ridiculous? You think it's completely self-centered? As amusing as it is to watch you attempt to spin this around so that I'm the problem, I'm afraid that isn't going to work on me. I know the signs. I recognize them quite clearly. And on you, they are as clear as day. So just tell me, which one of us are you attracted to? Why do I want to know? Let's call it personal curiosity. Oh, come on. You had to have known I was going to throw that back in your face. Come on. Tell me. Or are you no longer in the mood for a little chit-chat? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You need to speak up and lower the book. Stop trying to hide behind it. It isn't going to work. I can still see how flustered you are. Oh, really? I'm the one you're attracted to. Well, isn't that quite a turn of events? No, I don't think that you're silly for liking me. Honestly, I think you're absolutely insane. Oh, come on, don't act so surprised. No one likes hanging around with me except for Krista. And really, sometimes I wonder if she's just trying to make me as nice as she is. Really? You think that I have a lot of attractive characteristics? By all means, do tell. Oh, why won't you tell me? If I'm as self-centered as you say, certainly you understand that I need to hear your reasons for liking me. Is that so? You admire my strength. What else? You like that I don't care? What do you mean by that? You like that I don't care what other people think of me? Is that supposed to be a compliment? Because it also comes across as an insult. I'm messing with you. It does cut both ways, but I certainly take it as a compliment. After all, far too many people are concerned with how others perceive them. I don't bother with that shit. Honestly, I couldn't care less. We're all gonna die anyway, and no one's going to remember me, so why give a shit? Really? You like that I also don't try to be polite? What do you mean? You like that I say what's on my mind, even when it involves cursing? Well, I suppose that is somewhat of a rarity these days. After all, too many people are concerned with social etiquette. Oh, there's one more thing. And what is that? Pretty please, would you tell me? I can see that you're trying so hard to hide it. So now I really need to know. Come on, what is it? Just tell me. Oh. You think that, physically speaking, I'm rather attractive. We should probably get back to the assignment. You look like you're going to pass out if we continue talking about this. Oh, and before I forget, this isn't my way of dismissing your feelings. This is just my way of making sure you stay conscious so that I can make out with you after class.